against a side that does score goals and keep 2 clean sheets.
Yeah, I think people forget, going into this time, I'm not sure Spurs were favourites. Dourtmund top of the league, scoring goals, looking very dangerous. Clean sheet, 2 clean sheets. Some massive performances, I thought, tonight as well. Harry Kane, Vertonghen, Lloris. Big night for Spurs.
OK, the UEFA Champions League last 16 continues tomorrow, and according to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, mountains are there to be climbed. He's climbed a few. This one's a big one. United trail 2-0, and we start the build-up to their second leg in Paris at 7 o'clock on 2HD and in 4K ultra-high definition. The other match features Porto and Roma. Porto are 2-1 down from the first leg, and that one is on 3HD from 7:45. Highlights from all 4 of this week's ties can be seen with Matt Smith at 10:30 tomorrow.
Season ago, and they were very fortunate to go in at half-time. But I feel that the manager must have calmed them down, got into the second half, and they put on a very mature, professional performance second half. And once Harry Kane goes through, he's the type of striker we were talking about before. When he goes through, you expect him to score, minimum hit the target, and today he done just that.
I suppose Spurs were always going to expect some kind of a blitz from the, to use
but it was more
word,
of a, they were better than I expected, Dortmund, in that first half. I thought some of their football was absolutely incredible. They played open Tottenham up, made chances, the keeper made great saves.
They needed a goal, didn't they?
They needed a goal. Yeah. The goal didn't come. 10 minutes to half-time, you could suddenly see them stop believing, and Tottenham started getting a little bit of control. Once the goal went in second half, they obviously were finished. They're not going to ever score 5 goals. So Harry Kane was the killer for them.
It just shows you how important it is to keep a clean sheet in the home leg in the first one.
It's huge because you don't then have to open up and go chasing things. The control is in your hands. Both games are very similar. In the first half of both games, Dortmund were very good, but they just fell away, and you felt Spurs grab control. And that man at the top end of the pitch is just too clinical for teams.
That's right. There are certain players, certain strikers in world football.
A couple of dicky results, and suddenly you get idiots saying Tottenham are better without him. He shouldn't get back in the team.
Was anyone seriously saying that?
Absolutely. Well, they bought Kane back. They were better without him. They were winning, and now he's come back in. They rely on him too much. He's different class. He's the best around. He's an absolutely incredible
They'll be saying
striker.
the same thing about Dele Alli when he comes back as well.
But what's great about him,
that's something that Spurs can look forward to.
I love, they can look forward to having Dele back because it gives them a different dimension.
Massive.
He runs behind, he causes different types of problems for teams. But it's his all-round game, Harry Kane, which I love. The ball comes into me, bullies defenders. He gets his back in, draws really good fouls for his team, calms things down. There's so much more to him than just goals, which makes him such a nightmare for a defender to play against.
Very true. But it was the other end.
He was here and they didn't tell me I wasn't there.
Brighton was on the wall when you saw him in the lift with someone else.
But what a player.
I would imagine. Hugo Lloris, if you look at turning points sometimes, when things are not going so well, like they've been for Tottenham in the last 2 or 3, last couple of weeks,
Gary, and say there are some, that's the moment. Because things were starting to fall apart. They're a good side that can sort it out. But that going to 1 point, going into this...
one in the first half, and all of a sudden things are different.
And he was massive today in the first half, Hugo, making some really assured saves to take them into that second half to go and win it.
And now, of course, Tottenham, different frame of mind going to the game at the weekend against Southampton. Then they've got, I think, a little rest after that because they're not in the Cup. 3-week break. They'll be... Liverpool at the end of the month, then they'll be in the quarterfinals. We don't know who they're going to get yet. Exciting again for Tottenham fans after the disappointment the last few weeks.
The narrative last week was it's going to be down to 1 point because you might get beat by Arsenal with the form, and you're going to get done over in Dortmund. So you're going to be out of the Champions League and down to a point. All of a sudden, through to the quarterfinals, and it's all you got a 4-point gap. Things just.
And you might say this was a given tonight, but just look at the other game.
Correct.
Look at the other game.
This would have been the biggest disaster of all time. 3-0 up. If they'd got done tonight, wouldn't it? It would have been absolutely incredible. I don't think they'd recover from that too quickly, But no, it's over the 2 legs, great performance. Gives them a real chance to draw. Who's going to win it's wide open. This is a wide open Champions League this year.
It really is. Isn't it?
Real Madrid gone, Barcelona not what they were. Juventus look in trouble. The English teams have got a great chance of winning it this year, and Tottenham are in the mix. Why shouldn't they be?
It's all. I mean, it's very open. Well, I think we've said this from the start of the Champions League this season because there's teams in transition. Obviously, Barcelona looking very good in Spain. Real Madrid have been appalling all season. Juventus have been kind of scrambling results. They're comfortably clear in La Liga, but they're I mean, that's a massive thing to turn that around against Atletico, 2-0.
Yeah, and I think years gone
Atletico
by,
will take some beating.
but years gone by, I think there was always a team or two that stood out from the pack. But this year, there's been no. Everyone's saying some PSG, some saying Juventus, a Cristiano Ronaldo effect, Messi effect at Bar. There's no one you go bang, they're the team. But listen, I don't think many teams, especially the foreign teams, will be wanting to face our English teams because we play a fast, dynamic style of football, the way that Liverpool play, but the way that Pep plays these teams, everyone knows the coaching that goes into these teams and what the threats that they have. So I wouldn't want to be playing against them two teams. I think City are my favourites at the moment to win this.
OK, we shall see. Next, we'll get the post-match.
That'd be nice. I'm sure he'd love that as well. But there's
Team like that with Messi, Etal, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, it would be difficult, but you know, listen, the draw. It's a cup competition, as we all know in the cup. Lucky getting a good draw in the next round. Suddenly, there's every chance. For
Would you want to play another English club, or would you sooner avoid them?
I think no, I agree. I think we
Yeah.
saw what happened to Manchester City last year, and everybody fancied City to go far in the competition. I think it just heightens, the situation even more than it already is. And I think they're just a little bit short anyway, Spurs. But I'd definitely be looking to avoid an English team.
OK. Just before we're done in Dortmund, here are the key moments from the other last 16 second leg tie play tonight. Real Madrid were protecting a 2-1 lead against Ajax, and sounds like it was an extraordinary evening in the Bernabeu. Commentary comes from Martin Keown and Peter Drury.